Hello there, wonderful singers, and welcome to your Kovo vocal exercise of the week. My name is Dr. Julia Nielsen, and I am the founder of Kovo, short for Community Vocalizing, where our mission is to advance singers' vocal health, fitness, and longevity by providing creative vocal exercise routines. Here at Kovo, we are wrapping up Kics Month. That is spelled CICS, which stands for Kovo Intervals, Chords, and Scales. Each week, we have been tackling new musical patterns in the form of intervals, chords, and scales to challenge our ears, our minds, and our voices. A few weeks back, in vocal exercise 85, we sang an exercise based on the whole tone scale. That is a scale made up entirely of whole steps with no half steps at all. Then, in vocal exercise 86, we took on the octatonic scale made up of alternating whole and half steps. But today, we're zeroing in on the most compressed and slippery scale of them all, the chromatic scale, a scale made up entirely of half steps, meaning it includes every single key on the piano without skipping any. That is a chromatic scale. Now, our vocal exercise of the week, which I call Itsy Bitsy Spider Chromatics, takes consecutive half steps, the half steps of the chromatic scale, and moves them up and back in pairs, crawling up to the minor sixth, just like the itsy bitsy spider climbing up the water spout, and then reversing, the spider gets washed back down again. So this clever sequence was composed by Julius Stockhausen, a 19th century German baritone conductor and voice teacher, best known for his book, A Method of Singing, from which this exercise is taken. So let's try this first really slowly on a neutral syllable like la la la. Feel free to breathe whenever you need to. So here's our starting note, okay? Here we go. La, 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 Let's try that again. Not much faster. La, 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 doing? Can we do that just a tiny bit faster? We'll move it up a half step. La, 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 Now, as if that weren't challenging enough, for an additional challenge, we're going to try singing it on solfege. Here you'll see that I have written out the full chromatic solfege using both sharped and flatted syllables. So here's something you might not know. Julie Andrews, as Maria von Trapp, only sang about half the solfege syllables in The Sound of Music. You know that song, Doe a Deer? She just sang the ones that make up the major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. but there are more. And depending on the direction you're coming from, a note might be sung as a raised version of one of the pitches of the major scale or a lowered version of one of those pitches. And each direction has its own altered syllable. The solfege in this exercise reflects that dual nature. We've got syllables for lowered, that is flatted notes like ra, may. Here we've got lay. And we also have syllables for raised or sharped notes like di, ri, and here we have fi, fi. So do not worry about memorizing these, just follow along, have some fun. Again, we'll go back to our very, very slow tempo. Do, ra, do, ra, re, me, mi, fa, fi, so, le, so, se, fa, mi, re, di, do. It's kind of fun, right? Let's take it up a half step. Do, ra, re, me, mi, fa, fi, so, le, so, se, fa, mi, re, di, do. One more time, could we speed it up just a touch? Do, ra, re, mi, fa, fi, so, le, so, se, fa, mi, re, di, do. Okay, now for the real test. Can you sing this on your own? Meaning a cappella. A cappella. I will not accompany, I won't sing with you. I'll give you your first note, and I'll give you one additional note at the halfway point. Okay? I'm going to count you in. The quarter notes are really slow. Okay, here's beat 3 and 4. Here you go. Halfway. Did you end on that note? Or did you get lost along the way? Try it with me one more time. Do, ra, re, mi, fa, fi, so, le, so, se, fa, mi, re, di, do. You made it. You made it. So, I encourage you to play with this exercise in the coming week and see if you can perfect your Itsy Bitsy Spider Chromatics. If you enjoyed this exercise, we have got more for you. Twice every week, we host live general vocal workouts that contain exercises like these, and we would love to have you. These sessions are absolutely free. We meet on Zoom every Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and instructions on how to request our free Zoom link are in the description below. If you would like the next vocal exercise of the week to show up in your email inbox, you can find out how in the description below. And finally, singers, remember, regular vocal exercise is the key to your vocal health, fitness, and longevity. Every time you show up at Kovo, you're going to get a creative vocal workout, expert coaching, and a community of friends to practice with. We'll see you there.